All right, so I'm not going to move around too much just because I'm on camera right now. Um, Otherwise, I might go to the board and point things out to you, but instead we'll just I'll try to work in this area. So we've been working on the maps, and we've been talking about the physical features. I did. Yep. We've been talking about the physical features, right? The different colors we used, the key we made, all that stuff. So that's part of what they want us to know by the end of fourth grade as far as geography goes, right? So another thing they want us to know is the differences between cities and states and countries. And we're working on Washington State, and you guys are all picking a city, right? You've picked your city. You haven't? Okay, well, we'll work on that. So, okay, we'll talk about that. I don't think we can do Spokane or Seattle, but we can pick another city, and I'll show you. We're going to do some research today. So when we're doing the research, you can also pick your city. And did you guys all receive this paper here? This little May Social Studies project paper? Okay. Okay. So we have already started work on on week 1. So labeling all geographical locations using our social studies books. We haven't quite got there, but we did our coloring for the physical features. And then today we're going to work on the paragraph that we need to write on our city. Okay. And the paragraph, we've also been talking about our rubrics, right? So this is the rubric for the actual poster report, but it's going to be basically the same for our paragraph, okay? So we all want to try for 4s, which is this top row. So for the reading, I will read and gather the main idea and abundant details from websites and books and for your city, okay? You're going to provide, for the writing, you're going to provide the main ideas and abundant details about your city in your own words, okay? So that's really important. So I'm going to show you some stuff. Ms. Myers showed me a really neat trick for when you're doing your research and how to do the research and write down your facts at the same time. But I don't want you guys to cut and paste things. I want you to type your own words and summarize your ideas, okay? So yes, I'm going to show you guys. We're going to use the internet. So you guys are going to get your computers. I'll tell you when and everything. And then for language and conventions, as always, we're going to use correct grammar and capitalization, punctuation, and spelling. Okay? And then they just want to make sure that it's apparent that you spent some time on this. So just make sure you're doing some good research today, okay? And then this part doesn't apply to our paragraph today, but there's that. And then your paragraph, right here. So it should be 5 to 7 sentences. Zoe, did you have a question? Or Grace, sorry. I'm going to give you an opportunity to do that later. Okay. Yeah, no problem. I figured you guys would want to do that while we read. Yeah? No, you don't want to? That's okay too. Okay, so your paragraph is going to include 5 to 7 sentences. You should try to include some information about where your city is located in Washington. And then you can also do 2 interesting facts about your city to fill out those other sentences, okay? So, does anybody have any questions so far? Nope. All right. You can use the social studies books. We can use those if you want, or you can do your research. Or you can find a map in your research, like online, to go off of. But so I'm going to give you an example. Audrey? Today we're brainstorming. So I don't expect your full rough draft paragraph today. That might be tomorrow. But today I want you to start thinking about the facts you want to include in your paragraph. Okay, so something interesting about your city. Okay, Isabella, will you raise your hand for me though? Sorry. Yes. No, you guys are going to use your computer. So, as a matter of fact, I'll just show you real quick. We'll open up Google here. No, oh, thank you. That's nice. She showed me, and I was like, "Wait, can you show me again?" Because I didn't understand how she did it, and I'll show you. So you're going to type in my area that I picked. I didn't pick a city, but you know, I showed you the map. I picked Whidbey Island. So I'm going to type in Whidbey Island. It is, yep, it's an island here in Washington. So I am doing my research here, and you know what she showed me? If you go up to the bar here, you guys can all see on the computer, up on the screen up there. Okay, if you go here, and you click the little Windows screen, the little Windows button. Oh, Ms. Myers, you might have to help me with this. And then move your, yep, on the keyboard. And I'll walk around and we can help you guys if you need to. So there we go. There's a partial screen of that, and then you can just open your Word document. Yep, and you can change the shape, like take up less of your screen or more of your screen. It's up to you. And then over here, so I would type, okay, Whidbey. Whidbey Island. Oh, so you guys already knew the trick. That's awesome. Nice. Well, so some of us are learning something and some are getting a refresher here. So, okay, so here is my research, and you know, as I'm looking, I click on my website and I see some facts that I want to write down, and I can come over here and do that. So there's that. And then I'm going to just read you my little paragraph so you have an example, okay? So Whidbey Island is in the Puget Sound in the Pacific Ocean. It is beside the Olympic Peninsula and around 30 miles from Seattle. Whidbey Island has some beautiful state parks, Deception Pass, Fort Eby, and Fort Casey. It is the biggest island in Washington state, and it's the 40th largest island in the United States. It is about 55 miles long when you drive on the roads. It has about 67,000 people living on it, and the biggest city is Oak Harbor. Okay, so did you guys hear all the elements that we needed? Just a second. Isabella, if you have a question, you gotta raise your hand, okay? Tinsley? Mm-hmm. You're definitely right. She showed me, and I'm just really bad at it. So I'll walk around, and you guys can probably show me on your computer, so I can get better at it. Isabella. That is probably Whidbey Island. I can show you guys. I don't think you were here when we. Well, I can show you guys later, or actually, I can just show you real quick on here. So the peninsula, so a peninsula is the piece of land that's surrounded by water in the state. If you think about your map, I don't have one with me here, but when you think about your map, can I use your? Okay, but you have to have a seat, remember? All right, thanks. So we know that the gray is ocean, right? So this portion of the land is surrounded by ocean, and that is the peninsula. And it's called the Olympic Peninsula here in Washington. And then there is this This little island right here, you see that kind of weird shape? That's Whidbey Island. And then we also have other islands. We have Camano Island, Bainbridge Island, Orcas Island. So there's other islands in here. But Whidbey is this big one. Oh, you got to raise your hand for me. Yes? I'm not sure. Yep, Isabella, I'm not sure which all of the islands are, but I know that the one that I looked at is this big one right here, Whidbey Island, okay? So, if you guys want to do some research on the islands of Washington State, if you have time, you're totally welcome to do that too, okay? So, oh, got to raise your hand if you have a question. Mila. So, we're going to do this. We're going to work on our research. And I want you to get at least some brainstorming done on like a Word document, or if you want to handwrite it, you can do that too. And so that you can get the beginnings of your paragraph started, at least in your head, okay? And then we'll move on to reading. And I did ask Miss Myers if we could finish coloring our maps when we read. So that is an option. Okay, Isabella? That's okay, we'll come back to you. If you want, there are I think 3 or 4 cities on Whidbey Island. So if you wanted to pick one of those, I don't think Miss Myers would mind that. You can talk to her about that. So, but everybody understands what we're doing, right? We're going to get our computers and we're going to start our research. Okay? And you all know your city other than Isabella, right?
I forgot mine.
You forgot yours? Okay. We have a list. Okay. So so we'll get the list out of everybody's cities, and then this row, do you guys want to go get your computers? And then we'll just start getting them out.